Hello, trolls, known as William, Southern, and John. Oh, and let's not forget lawyer Cyraxx. At Cyraxx, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit ain't gonna go through. And you wanna know why? Let me tell you why that whole indecent exposure won't work. Let me tell you why. Because everything these sorry sons of your clients have done to me put me in that position. That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
Welcome back to another deep dive episode here on the Cyraxx documentary series on the Swampy D channel, the most diabolical series that's been running on the good old YouTube platform, and every single day we dive deeper into insanity while subjecting ourselves to watching this very interesting show. And I call it a show at this point because obviously Cyraxx has shown up and shown out. He's calling out Cypress, John and William Gloryhole's lawyer, crying about all the allegations, and is terrified to go to prison. And that's what this is all about at the end of the day, folks. The prison arc is nigh, and he's scared of it. He's terrified of it. So let's jump right into it.
All the years of torment, all the years of slander, all the years of verbal, emotional, mental, physical attacks put me in that position. And when I did that shit, I was not thinking clearly.
See, this is the argument that Chance has been spilling out of his little hole that he calls a mouth so much recently, and, you know, this one is just as terrible as any other defense he's had. If you're in a court of law right now, Cyraxx, and you're telling the judge, I had to do it, they made me do it, they forced me, they were bullying me, I had to do it, that's never gonna really hold up. And unfortunately, William Gloryhole is right. Every single time he says, you did it, Chance, so that makes you guilty. And that's exactly how that works. That is how guilt works, Chance. Of course, you wouldn't know anything about that because you don't have a conscience. Clearly, Sally never taught you anything. I mean, she can't even feel bad for her. And I'm sure Eddie Two Perks is ready to slap that left tooth out your mouth if you try to touch his sludge one more time. If Chance knew anything that was good for him, he would just shut up, get off the internet, and stop being a menace to society. But yet, he has this delusion in his head that he is the Ronnie Radke of YouTube. You remember that persona? God, I'm glad he's not that anymore.
I was not in a good mindset, and your little clients took advantage of that. So guess what? I'd rather than go to prison. I am not going to prison. Before I go to prison, I ain't going to prison. And if that judge sides with you, I'll tell that judge to go, what did he say? Now taking this shit to Supreme Court. I'm above the DA at this point. I'm in God mode. And you wanna know why? Because I have more evidence on all four of you than you do on me.
Look, you heard the man, folks. He's on God mode. He can't be touched. If the court system says a damn thing to him, he's gonna crinkle it up, throw it in the damn trash can, and piss on it. Maybe even eat it, because we know he likes that type of thing. And honestly, I don't know why he thinks defying the court's ever gonna help his case, because you're sitting here talking all this trash about Akron PD, all this trash about the lawyers, all this trash about judges and the court system, but you think they're gonna do a damn thing for you? I know, the goblin lives in delusion, but to continue to keep hiding behind this chat GPT advice is absolutely insane.
What about all the years of harassment? All the years of attacking me? All the years going at me? All the years of stealing from me? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. At Cypress, by this time next week, you can kiss your job goodbye. Because I ain't going to prison. Wrong. Everything you guys have done to me pushed me to doing what I did. Akron law enforcement failing to do their job pushed me to that point. So you're little, oh, he's going to jail. No, the fuck I'm not.
At this point, we need to go back through the past 8 years and see how many jobs this little goblin has threatened, because I am honestly positive none of them have ever been lost due to anything that this little idiot has said online. He claims to have all this evidence, more than we have on him, yet it was all burned away in a bonfire. Cyraxx, what evidence could you possibly have? All you have is your very unreliable testimony that no court or jury would ever listen to. You would be thrown in a straitjacket into the deepest hole of the sanatorium far before they even let you finish your little rant. But I digress, Cyraxx. Keep on complaining. Let's hear what he has to say now.
Anybody that tries to get me arrested for my shit that I did out of pure fear, out of being scared, out of not being in a clear mindset, out of pure desperation, anybody that buys into that shit and tries to arrest me for that, and guess what? If I get a warrant, I'm tearing it up and throwing it away. Because guess what? Ain't no accurate cop gonna touch me with the shit that I got on all of them.
Oh, Chance, that's just not how warrants work. They're not just gonna give you a piece of paper in the mail and be like, hey buddy, it's time to come. No, they're gonna kick that damn door in, they're gonna come drag your little booty out, and they're gonna bring you down to the court, and that's just how that's gonna go. You have bigger fish to worry about than the Akron PD at this point. It truly is a wonder that Cyraxx hasn't figured out that everything he's doing is genuinely making his case worse, if not entirely moot. Sending threats, talking all this trash all the time isn't really gonna do anything for you, dude. All it does is just make you look worse and worse, and makes everybody else's evidence that you're trying to disprove look a lot more valid. And yeah, I know, Cyraxx keeps saying freedom of speech this, freedom of speech that. Freedom of speech is well and dandy, sure, but it does not mean you are free of consequence. You can, in some form or the other, within reason, say whatever you want, sure, but that doesn't mean you are free of consequence that comes back to you for those things you say. But we can't expect somebody like Cyraxx to understand that.
They failed to protect my family, and I will not stand for it. I will not go to jail for nobody. I am gonna be the motherfucker that changes the world. I am gonna be the motherfucker that shuts all this down. I win. I always win, because I know the laws better than all four of you. I have more on all you and the Akron PD and Akron law enforcement. Their failure to come after you is what pushed me to this point, and I will not be held accountable for what you pushed me into. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna be held accountable. Every single thing I did that was wrong, that was illegal, was caused by you.
Somehow Chance thinks he always wins wearing them damn Dollar Tree necklaces that he definitely won out of a gumball machine. Looking good, Cyraxx. What am I kidding? He doesn't have a quarter to spend on that. He took that all from Sally's jewelry drawer, and we all know that. Put it back, Cyraxx, before you put some more spittle on it. Cyraxx always loses, always will lose. The king of L's holds more L's than a goddamn L factory. If there ever was a definition with pictures for what an L actually was, it would just be a picture of Cyraxx there. Back at it again, saying he knows the laws better than all of us combined, and you know, that's just a joke. I genuinely don't even believe that Chance Wilkins could spell the word law. I don't think he could. Not at all. I think he'd mess up 2 letters in.
So apparently, you just don't fucking get it yet. You just can't seem to understand the fact that I'm not going to prison no matter what you guys try to do. I've been looking into what you guys are trying to do. And here's the thing. You can't have me arrested for shit that the cops already fucking warned me about.
What?
That's not even a thing, bro. They're trying to have me arrested like, oh, you're doing indecent exposure, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and guess what? The cops came out here and gave me a fair warning. Therefore, your little, oh, we're gonna get him for indecent exposure shit is fucking garbage, bro. What you guys are doing is considered state-funded terrorism. And guess what, motherfuckers? I already gave my lawyer all the names of the people that you guys converse with, every single group that you guys are connected to, including the Soy Jack parties, including Kiwi Farms, and the list and the names of people that you guys have conversed with.
So of course Cyraxx has been looking into all the things that we have been trying to do as a collective, because that's just what he does. He always wants to seem like he's 10 steps ahead when we all know he's 15 steps behind. And I hate to break it to you, Cyraxx, but a cop could tell you, hey man, don't do that again, and you could still get arrested for it. That's not how that works at all. If you committed a crime, Cyraxx, and you were never actually prosecuted for that crime, and it happens to come across the desk of the Akron Police Department, they could feasibly arrest you. It doesn't matter if they said, hey, don't do it again, in the past. That's just not how that works. Realistically, they probably should have taken you from jump, but since you're a 43, they give you a lot more leniency, which has made you think you're some sort of god. At the very least, out of all things that have gone down over the years, he should get indecent exposure. He has literally showed his butthole, his wiener, everything in between, dozens of times on Marty's streams, and I'm sure other people's as well. There's no excuse for that. Trying to cry and say, I was bullied into it, I was backed into a corner, is absolutely not true. There's so much evidence, so many clips, so many streams that have been archived. It's like this guy forgets that he is like probably the most documented idiot on the YouTube platform to date. Probably even surpassing Chris Chan, honestly.
Because the patterns show that you guys took advantage of me. You guys were involved with Chris Chan. You guys were involved with Tofiachu. You guys were friends with Josh, aka King Cobra JFS's ex Jessica.
Fuck Cyraxx, fuck sickos.
So how do we know that you guys weren't involved with Tofiachu's brother's death? How do we know they didn't hire somebody to go after them? Because after all, history shows you guys have a history of going after hundreds of people and either ruining their lives or putting them in a position to where they end up doing something stupid and illegal out of nothing but pure desperation and being scared and being cornered.
Sometimes I feel like Cyraxx just does this on purpose. There can't be any real reality where he's sitting there really trying to think that this group of trolls went out there, took out King Cobra, took out Toph's brother, etc, etc. It's absolutely delusional beyond even trying to make jokes, because what are you even thinking, dude? If there really was some syndicate, some cabal of mercenaries after Lolcows, don't you think that would actually be being covered by other people? Don't you think something actually would be done about that? None of these incidents are related at all, have nothing to do with trolls, and are the circumstance of these people's own doing. And I'm not trying to say that in any negative way, that's just the reality here. And we all know King Cobra didn't like you, Cyraxx, so stop trying to bring him up like he's a brother of yours. It's absolutely disgusting.
You guys are always looking for somebody to take advantage of it. It's not gonna work. Not anymore. See, you guys think that this shit's going to go to court, but really it's not. It's really not going to go to court. Because see, once my lawyer gets back from doing whatever she needs to do here in a little bit, she's gonna be filing to have you guys shut down. And you guys think that you're not going to go to prison for the shit you've done to me? Oh, you're going to.
Well, damn.
And as for me, you know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be getting the help that I need to get my life back on track.
The denial of Chancey Poo just gets deeper. He refuses to believe that he lost this whole shindig against John, William Glory Hole, Southern Harlot, and the other trolls. And unfortunately, they didn't even need to bring out their secret weapon, N-word boy. Just wait till he comes back, Chancey. You think it's bad now? Oh boy, once the whole dream team's back, it's gonna get even worse. I highly doubt that lawyer's gonna come back and help you though, Cyraxx. They didn't really do much for you in that whole case as it was.
And trust me, I pulled up every single one of your guys' motherfucking records, all your fucking histories. Oh, and William, you're especially going to jail for fraud, pretending to be a delivery person, which falls under government shit. Yeah, you're going to prison for that, buddy. Not to mention destruction of evidence, tampering with evidence, on top of everything else. So I really think that you're going to get away with this state-funded terrorism. You're not. It's going to be shut down probably by the end of next week, if not sooner.
Of course, Cyraxx has been ranting non-stop about this since this court case went down, ever since the stream went down where he lost and he cried and he was oh so sad about it. And everybody was pointing and laughing like they always are. But yet, you know, he's got all this evidence, bitch. But he's gonna come back asking Jarvis, which yes is another AI system. He even cuts it off several times trying to make it respond the way he wants, and he's just so lost and deluded, man. It's so hard to take this kid serious. Or guy, I should say. He's literally literally 35 years old.
Hello, John, William, and Southern. I seen you guys got my cease and desist letter. So, here's my response to you. Since you guys want to try to send a warrant to my house to have me arrested, here's my counter that you cannot deny.
Absolutely, I'm here for you. Feel free to ask whatever you need, and I'll do my best to help that.
Because John and William and Southern are having the warrant done in bad faith. Even though, well, yes, I did do the indecent exposure, and I have not done that since being warned by the police. But the fact of the matter that John and Southern and William are not having the warrant done in good faith, but out of malicious intent, would the warrant that they are having done technically be invalid due to the fact that it is being done in bad faith?
Chance pulling the Uno reverse card in Big 2025 is hilarious. This may have worked a couple years back, but now that all of this has been proven, documented, and archived, and at this point is apparently being sent to authorities, is beyond crazy, Cyraxx. What are you gonna do about it? Just because you say, nah, I don't recognize that, doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen to you. And the more that you try to manipulate the AI program that you're using, the sadder it just makes you look, because none of this information is gonna help you get out of trouble, ever, literally ever. Imagine Cyraxx like, oh, hey, Mr. Judge, Mrs. Judge lady, I can't get in trouble because the ChatGPT said I'm fine.
In many cases, yes. If a warrant is obtained through bad faith or malicious intent, it can indeed be challenged and potentially deemed invalid. The courts generally look at whether the warrant was issued based on legitimate grounds and good faith. If it's proven that the warrant was part of a malicious scheme, that could definitely weaken its validity. It's always wise to consult with a legal professional.
Okay, given the fact that it was done in bad faith, and I have proof that it was done in bad faith, despite what I did on my end, what would the charges be against them for that?
If you have concrete evidence showing that the warrant was issued in bad faith or with malicious intent, the individuals involved could potentially face charges related to abuse of process, malicious prosecution, or even obstruction of justice.
I can't imagine being 35 years old, sitting in my grandmother's basement, attic, whatever, and sitting there talking to an AI, trying to comfort myself and make myself feel just a little bit better about my life situation, even though any time now, the hammer of justice will land on top of that scabby little head of yours. This next clip is going to be of Cyraxx totally pretending like he cares about his little brother Ethan passing away allegedly, and as sad as it may be, there's one solid thing that happens with all of these deaths. Somehow Cyraxx is always close to them, and somehow he never knows what's going on. Starting to sound like Cyraxx might have something to do with these things, if I do say so myself.
What's up, everyone? I know I wasn't crying in my last video, but after that last video, I sat down and I fucking lost it. And not because of anything going on, but because just yesterday I lost my best friend, Ethan. And I know a lot of people say like, oh, he hated you. You were the worst to him. But honestly, I don't believe that. I believe that there was a part of him that actually fucking respected me and actually saw me as a friend.
You serious?
And I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with in a long time. You know, it's not easy losing one of your best friends. It's one of the goddamn hardest things you could ever fucking do.
Only Cyraxx would gaslight himself into believing that people who clearly dislike him like him. And if that's what he has to do to cope and make himself sleep at night, well, you do that, Cyraxx, but we all know the truth. Like I said, I don't really know much about this. I haven't really gone too deep into this side of things, troll or not. But what I can say is, clearly, Cyraxx, no matter if it's a buddy troll, an infiltrator of your circles, or just a child that you want to talk to, none of them actually like you, Cyraxx. None of them have ever liked you. Even Sally has said multiple times on camera she doesn't like you, and this is why nobody else likes you, because you're a rude, delusional, absolute little psychopath. And there's nothing that you can do to redeem it at this point. It's far too gone. But with that said, that's gonna be the end of this episode, boys. There's more to cover. He's put up some more stuff, and I'll be back with it soon. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all soon. No, I didn't forget. The bedbug jug, I'm waiting for it. Bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug. I'ma need that shit. Run me that shit.